Hey friends, family, what is up? We are over here slowly but surely figuring out how I approach my daily routine for the next couple weeks because it's definitely different, But here we are. Happy Friday. Where are you at? If you're on the West Coast, in the area that is burning, my heart goes out to you, and we could chat separately. You're welcome to message or email me or reach out. Because I know what it felt like when here in the Southeast, it is extremely abnormal, once in 100 or even 1,000 years weather pattern for us to have had the flooding that we had, and it still is digesting, even months after the fact, that the city, one of the cities, Asheville, that I cherish so much. There's whole roads, there's whole trails, there's whole things just wiped out. So I feel you. I really, really do. I will say that I can only imagine we will experience groups of people who will almost feel like they are in a refugee type of state in their own country due to things that can be traced back to climate change, things that can be, and listen, I'm going to be straight up with you as a person who has a degree in environmental science. All right, let me be straight up with you, and this is in love and light. We have to understand that we're not as out of the chain of the ecosystems as we think. You know what I'm saying? And it's really as simple as, in a place that experiences wildfires and cycles, it's almost like a perfect storm of weather elements that come together that can create a lot of burning. Burning is very cleansing and healing to the land itself. However, because we do not live a migratory lifestyle, since we entered an era that was more agricultural based, community based, we don't migrate. Do you know what I'm saying? So in love and light, we do understand, and it's not without compassion though, but we do understand that the earth and us, are intended to work in co-creation together. And so there are a lot of things, which is very highly and intricately supported. It's almost shockingly accurate how the ecosystem, the earth, the great spirit of our mother Gaia, and our ancestors, both galactic and earthbound, the earth has to be able to right herself. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to keep it real with you. We're here to experience things in Earth School, so to speak, we'll say. But we're a part of this ecosystem in this planet, and she will keep on trucking. I'm going to tell you that. But if we don't understand how to learn, respect and honor for her and her patterns and supportive ways of living, and it can be done, and it has been done by other cultures and societies, and you know what I'm saying? And that's okay. We're evolving. And that's not easy. You know what I'm saying? I think if nothing else, we can definitely understand. This will only be the beginning, love and light. We're in the age of Pluto and Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Neptune is completing a transit, an orbit that has been 165 years and will shift from being in Pisces to being in Aries. What is that? The cardinal sign of fire. You understand? We always understand and embrace in parks and farms and agriculture. And if you've ever been in a farming community, you know what I'm saying, or been near a park, or the idea of a controlled burn. Honestly, my spirit guides are saying don't try to dumb it down. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to sugarcoat it is a better way to say, because it's not a controlled burn. The burn is not going to feel controlled. You know what I mean? I don't say anything to be insensitive to anyone's situation, but we do also have to understand love and light. It is not only about one species. It's not everything is connected to the source of all. You are them. They are you. We are all the I am. And so we have to understand how to practice balance. And we are in a 9-year, you guys. We are in a year of harmony. But it's more about it's more about within. We're in, it's always going to be a bit of tarot astrology over here. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Spirit. The Prince of Swords. Yeah. Makes me think about incoming messages, air signs. It makes me think about Jupiter and Gemini and how Uranus will complete his journey with Taurus and move into Gemini this year. But right now Uranus is still in Taurus, so a lot of unexpected earth shifting, right? And to back it all the way out, once again, we've been talking about Saturn completing his journey in Pisces, Neptune completing. We can back it all the way out to Haumea, I want to say. Pluto interacting with Haumea, and you can check that out. We should actually probably revisit that. There's a lot that we could talk about, but I will say this. I really think that it's beautiful that we learn to understand when we eliminate, well, where do you live? Nowhere, because it's on fire. Nowhere, because it's underwater. Okay, well, who do you come from? Well, we all realize that we're actually all pretty fucking indigenous. What can you see is that we have more in common than we do have differences. And when someone is dispersed, I want to say, when someone is dispersed, until they can go back home. Oh my gosh, Spirit is telling me so much, you guys, but it's really fast because it has to do with how much fire replenishes, like trying to grow things, and just the land, the nourishment that it needs, and how overused, there's probably a better technological term agriculturally, but the land needs reprieve. The land needs nourishment. The land needs a lot. And I do have compassion for the people who suffer and things that happen, but we have to understand that things will come into right balance. They absolutely will. There's no stopping that. That's just how that is. And the earth and the spirit of Gaia, she will right herself. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be understanding of that. And things like community and help and assistance and compassion and understanding what's really important, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hearing the rich man builds his house upon the rock, house upon the rock. I'm hearing all comes tumbling down. I think Spirit is bringing up is like, what is your foundation, right? Again, with the Uranus and Taurus, it makes me think of. It's almost like, I hope you are building on the right foundation, and Saturn saying, I hope you are learning these lessons, because Uranus going into Gemini then will bring in a whole different set of stuff, and it's going to be important that we're on a firm foundation. We are in an Earth-ruled year, the Hermit card, the 9-year, Virgo-ruled year, Wood Snake year, okay? A Virgo-ruled year, a Hermit card-ruled year is very much like, can you light your lamp from within if when you look out, it's bleak and things are being washed away, things are being burned away, things are being torn down for the highest and best good, love and light. And I do give my compassion for anyone who suffers in the process. It is not... how do we say, Spirit? We would be remiss to not scan out and take a panoramic view and understand that there are people who have been suffering for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes in areas. There's a lot of things we can label as not fair. Do you know what I'm saying? We always have to keep our gratitude and our understanding of what's really going on to a whole bigger perspective. You know what I'm saying? I think it's tough for me. Excuse me. I think it's tough for me because I don't necessarily really attach to, like, I had a whole minimalistic living lifestyle out of an RV. It was like a tiny house situation. And I like to be, I don't know, transient, migratory. I think it's better for us all, but that's okay because everyone's not there necessarily. And I think we'll come into a greater understanding like compassion, sharing resources, what is important. Okay, we have to build the foundation differently. I do have a lot of hope and belief. Community, grassroots things are going to be super important. Again, where's your foundation? What do you prioritize? Virgo is very, you think of spring cleaning, right? Virgo is very, listen, I know it looks bleak right now, but that's because, think of the death card in tarot. That's because you're going to be getting a lot of news that new things are coming in for you. And we have to be able to set up our storehouses mentally, spiritually, and physically way different. Maybe we're storing too much of the wrong thing. Maybe our currency that we get to convert into abundance and wealth here in this dimensionality is not being converted properly. It's being stored improperly. It's very Virgo to kind of come in like a testy librarian, very is it Marie Kondo, Marie Kodo? None of this stuff is giving anybody any fucking joy anymore. And I'm seeing like a librarian push her glasses up her nose and make notes on her pad. This is like, remember how we were talking about your spirit team and the Akash and the library? That I was channeling a message like that one time. We have got to get some whole different order going on here. I hear it like this. I will guarantee you one thing. No matter what you see on your propaganda box, or your propaganda phone, the little thing we hold in our hands, propaganda. Okay, we're not in a lack of resources. It's just things have to be redistributed for the highest and best good. So I do hold space and compassion for all people, because I want us to all be stable, secure, safe, be able to find joy and peace. You know what I'm saying? But how is it fair that one country has so much access to that? And when you look out at the rest of the earth, let's be real and be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? One side of opulence goes up in smoke, right? While other sides have been burning for, decades. I hear it like this. But I do have compassion. I know it is really tough. And so my heart goes out to people. And I hope that we all practice compassion with each other. We give as much as we're able to give, and we're supportive. And if you can't help someone who suffers in another community, I always encourage people, look in your own community and say, well, to set a proper intention that ripples out through the collective of the experiencing of our planet and our universe. Let me take that same intention and pour it back into my community. And that's how we build up and get stronger. Excuse me. So how are you doing out there? It is Friday. We are preparing for the nodes to change. The North Node and the South Node, the nodal axis shifts every 18 months. We're moving into the territory of North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo, and we're in a Virgo-ruled year. So prepare yourself. Well, first of all, I'd ask you, make sure you take a little journal fodder time, a little self-reflection time to say, what did the North Node in Aries, South Node in Libra really teach me about my own divine sovereignty, about my needs, about my bravery and courage and advocating for myself, and what did I learn about releasing relationships, negative damaging patterns? Am I diplomatic? Do I give too much of myself? Am I codependent? There's so many lessons we could sit with in the North and South nodes that we're leaving. But we are entering into tomorrow, actually, yes, because I think today's the 10th. Child, I'm dealing with this brain fog. I think today's the 10th. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll be shifting into the access points and preparing to explore what our eclipses will look like and just the new set of energies, right? We are in that slow opening arc of a new year. through our Gregorian calendar. But, you know, love and light. The Lunar New Year, you know what I'm saying? The spring equinox, which is really when the beautiful, great spirit of the sun and Gaia and the beautiful plants and this lovely dimension, that's when she is reborn into her new year, right? So, but it's like a slow arc, you know? We're preparing to assess, you know, all right, what types of every 18 months, the North Node and the South Node kind of set us up for what things are we locking in within our destiny? What are we alchemizing? Okay, what have past karmic cycles from the South Node patterns taught us about our strength, but also about what we don't want to fucking repeat anymore? It's definitely what I would say lessons of contrast. And, we need to do a video. Child, I know you're just like, we got a whole list of videos you're always talking about we need to know. I know. We need to do a video, though, to just kind of do a little classroom review on the previous North and South Node and then chit-chat about coming into this new placement. Maybe we'll be able to do that next week. I'm still slowly but surely working through, like, a lot of the year-ahead tarot readings, year-ahead predictive, intuitive astrology and stuff like that. So, child, I know it's always a list. I always want to talk to you about everything, but... We will also have a full moon in Cancer. You know how I feel about the 13th moon. We will complete the final moon of the lunar year. That will be in Cancer. Please don't miss that Mars is also retrograding in Cancer. So, child, to say everybody getting real moody. It really depends, though. It really depends. And we'll talk about that more with the full moon. But this moon will find you only to the degree Spirit is saying... How do we say, this new moon will find you in this 13th moon cycle to close out this lunar year of the dragon, right? You will meet this full moon to the degree that you've been able to meet and alchemize your own emotions, right? Working with shadow, working with grief, healing the mother wound, healing past life, ancestral karmic lines. Y'all, if I could tell y'all how much the magician has been on this table. You know what I love, though? What it makes me think about is because we're in the year of the hermit. The magician is like the light that flames. The flame. The magician is the one who channels that flame in the hermit's lamp. Okay? This, to me, comes across like, oh, man... See how the tool, this is what I've been teaching everybody in all these readings, like I'm saying it on a loop. You notice that the magician has every tool of every element on his table. He has his Jupiter finger up traditionally, but he's holding like a flame. It almost looks like a candle. Hey, it looks like a candle. He has everything within. It just depends on what he decides to do with those activations. I think this has to do a lot with the magician card is like a very resourceful card. You have everything you need already. You have everything. You are so much more abundant. If you looked around and went outside, look at the flowers, look at the plants, look at, you know what I'm saying? And then if you combo that, once again, I will say, thinking about the fact that this year is ruled by the Hermit card, it's a year of number 9, traditionally 9, and numerologically is we're resting. We're evaluating our work. We're receiving a harvest. We're reflecting, right? 9 of Pentacles. Think of the 9 of Swords. Think of the 9 of Wands. Resilience, reflection. What have I grown at this point? What do we continue? But it's almost this vibration of like, don't discount how much magic that you hold right within you. Or right within, don't look out far, look right within you, or look right within your community. Slow down, be reflective, move with wisdom and discernment, especially. It's interesting how it's like the Prince of Swords and the Magician here, they could kind of be tinking like tink tink with the sword and his candle wand. I'm going to call it his candle wand. I like that. It's like Spirit is delivering messages. Channeling a lot of messages this year, which makes sense because in inner reflection, a year of slowdown, a year of being very receptive, a year of evaluating with wisdom and discernment. Wow, look at the world coming out. Thank you, Spirit. The world. Wow. this is just one of my own personal intuitive associations, and it goes back to the pre-Raphaelite tarot deck, but I've always felt like the Prince of Swords is like, if you see the image in that deck, it's like, almost looks angelic the way she's riding across the sky on what really doesn't look like a horse. It looks like a Pegasus. It's similar here, the vibration. They're in the sky, armored in the sky with wings. This always reminds me of the Star of David. It's very protective card. It's like you're divinely protected. I'm hearing get your thoughts in order and get your house in order. There's a lot to be manifest, okay? That's because a lot of people will be completing karmic energetic cycles, calling their power back to them, dreaming new dreams, North Node in Pisces, all the Pisces energy, okay? Neptune's going to be completing the journey in Pisces. It's like washing out a lot of timelines to return energy to its rightful owner. I hear it like this. And that includes divine inheritance. We've been talking for a couple years now about preparing to receive that divine inheritance. So I'm getting a lot of like cyclical completion. Self-actualization, a lot of self-awareness. Oh shit, I'm the one in the driver's seat now. I hear it like this. Definitely. So let's see, on a mundane level, honestly, let me tell you what this is also giving on a very mundane level is that people want to come and knock on your door, speak to you. This is giving like, hey, adamantly, I don't give up. I want to talk to you, but you are very busy with a divine, higher, ascended purpose over here at your magician's table. Your table could be many things. It could be your career. It could be your spiritual life, which I hope you take time to focus on that in a hermit-ruled year. In the age of Aquarius, with Pluto and Aquarius and all this redistribution of energy and power, I hope that you get yourself on into some damn meditative practice, okay? Start with, maybe you're a writer, you could journal, you could do automatic writing. The magician, sometimes he's writing, he's channeling. It's also a very mercurial card. There's a lot of healing being channeled into the collective. Archangel Raphael here with the caduceus. The year of the wood snake. Here we got the snakes. A lot of spiritual healing available. I'm hearing for those who want to show up and channel and do the work. A lot of spiritual healing, a lot of cyclical completion. There is an energy where we need to slow down. But yeah, I don't know. I'm getting this. It's just this vibe of like, I'm ready to manifest and call my divine inheritance back to me, closing all these doors, opening new doors, and then, hi, can we talk? I'm seeing him like flip up his helmet like, oh, hey, it's me. No. How about no? That's what I heard. Stop. What's on the bottom? I'm going to take that, actually. 2 of Wands. Plan your future with great intention. Ooh, with the 6 of Wands. Yes, planning your future with a powerful intent. We're manifesting differently this time. What are you trying to manifest? Do you have your thoughts in order? Vision board. It's going to be time for a lot of people to be seen. Look, 2 of Pentacles underneath that. You need to balance your time and energy. Your energy is your currency. We've been talking about that as well. Pretty powerful cards on the board here. I'm hearing there's a lot of people thinking about other people. And it almost gives me that vibe. Let's say he's protecting, right? He's slicing and dicing cords because people can't really move on this level. I don't know. I'm hearing they're not going to be allowed to distract you anymore. Okay. We have big work to do, you know? Really just wanted to check in with you guys today, see how you were doing, say hello. Hopefully, if you are on the West Coast area in the line of fire, no pun intended, I hope you're doing okay out there. I'm sending you so much love and compassion. Some people that are in our spiritual groups, we've been raising funds for other people just to try to help in any way that we can. But it is foolish to assume that just because you live in a certain country, you're going to be outside of the collective experience of displacement and shifting resources and stuff like that. And I don't say that to sound cold. It's just the truth of what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I do love you guys. Let's see what we have from the Dream Song Oracle. Okay. We have fall, fail, and fly. And that's okay, even as a human species, you know. We're so young. Humanoid, humanite, homo luminous. There's so many different ways we are evolving right now, right? Let's read about this card, though, the Dream Song Oracle. So pretty. What is it, number 14? As a collective, as a species, we're learning a lot of these lessons, okay? And we have people look at the swans above. It almost looks like, is it water? Is it a blue cloth? It's like her crown chakra. Why am I getting crown chakra protection? Crown chakra protection, they're holding the same wand. They've alchemized from beginning to completion. Crown chakra protection here too. I'm hearing tribe of Judah. What, spirit? We are not. Are we getting? No, we're not getting into that. Tribe of Dan, tribe of Judah. Judah, sorry. Woo, that's a whole different story time. I'm hearing you've been alchemizing these lessons through many lives for a long time. But there's something about crown chakra protection. Very interesting. That could be because of what you're doing in your vision work. Okay, let's read this together. A great sage once said, you have to break a few eggs if you want to make an omelet. Now is the time for reinvention. Dare to fail, to fall, to get up again. If you want to achieve or create something new, you must be willing to embrace failure as a muse. Breaking relationship, dream, or project points you back to reinvention. Investigate. Stay open. Stay open is so important. Understand, just like the Hermit, just like Merlin, just like whoever maybe it makes you think of, you carry a powerful and strong light. You summon it. You learn how to summon it. Okay, you're also constantly co-creating reality. So get super intentional this year. Be very wise and discerning what you do with your energy. Maybe you're preparing to receive a big vision when Jupiter goes direct, because your mental body, because your brain synapses, because the literal neurological pathways in your brain are different. That's why maybe we're seeing crown chakra protection. I know what the world card symbolizes, but you could almost wonder, like, are they protecting her? Are they looking over her as she does her alchemical work? Perform a review and take accountability for what led to this moment of entropy. Don't waste a single moment on regret or shame. That only slows down your regeneration. Absolutely. Failure and creation are mated for life. Rebuild with confidence. This time, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. Yes. So just a quick check-in with you guys. I think it's super appropriate. Dude, why does this make me think of the Orphic egg? She has an egg, but it's dry. It didn't produce. And it's almost like a sprout, though, grew out of it. Why does it make me think of like ancestral, the womb? Mars with the egg makes me think about Mars and Cancer. It's like we have to learn what our mother wounds, our ancestor passing down. Cancer is a lot about like past life, ancestral karma. The karma that your family brought to you when you were a child. You know, I'm hearing I was an egg in my mother's womb, in my grandmother's womb. You know what I'm saying? We can grow new things, but we have to make different choices, right? I'm hearing the song, but I don't know the words. Something like, dream a little dream of me. Is that dream a little dream? It's something about North Node in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces. Letting old timelines wash out, but also allowing yourself to dream what is coming in anew. I know, fuck, right? Like she is doing a lot in this card. Hear me out. She looks angry and tired. It's Mars retro and Cancer for real. Why is this giving, I'm calling my spirit guides and make sure I'm not on the strongest warriors list again this year or something, y'all. I'm not trying to giving that, but it's a reminder that things will always rebirth, things will always renew, things will always regenerate. Things will always regenerate. They will. And it's always for the highest and best good, because every time you regenerate anew, you start on a different foundation because you learned something. Now, what you do with that in your own free will in this incarnation where you've agreed to be a human in the Akash. Yeah, you did. You sure fucking did agree to that. Whether you are doing the work to bring your memory back to a cleaner, purer, clearer place, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Love and light. But everything regenerates, everything renews, and it is especially powerful if you unlock certain keys like gratitude, channeling pain and suffering into creation, filling voids with hope and love instead of shame and guilt. You know what I'm saying? Those are like master keys to unlock new lightning fast levels of manifestation, of regeneration, of recreation, of co-creation. Those are master keys. If you learn how to repeat those master keys in any cycle you get put in, you can only do nothing but ascend. Do you know what I'm saying? So I send you guys so much love. We'll see. Maybe we'll check in before the full moon on Monday. We'll see how it goes. Take good care. I know down here in the southeast, a lot of areas are preparing for winter weather, ice, sleet, snow, freezing rain, and a mixture of it all. So goodness gracious, we're still recovering like our power grids and our some people, I mean, damn, they just got their roofs fixed on their house from the floods and stuff. So, hey, but you know what? Listen, I always tell you, I'm a glass is half full type of person. And I remind myself that we could be waking up to so much fucking worse. And I'm thankful for all the people there was an article that I was reading as far as the fires about, the poor firemen and the budget cuts and how anyway. And I was having a conversation with a friend. I was like, damn, there's some men and women and people that would go out there, even if they ain't get paid nothing, and still fight fires, still save people from harm's way who couldn't save themselves. And that's just commendable, man. If you can't find nothing to be grateful for, you be grateful that people incarnate and souls exist. Literally, they could probably incarnate on any timeline and still show up like that. You guys, is it snowing? Oh, you guys, it's snowing. No way. It's snowing so pretty, fluffy snow. While we're on the video, how divine is that? Anyway, I love you guys. I love you. Remember, please, before you practice judgment. I know that sometimes we don't want to deny pain and suffering and challenging emotions, but let's always remind ourselves that we can choose to see that we have more in common than we have different, and then we can practice compassion. So how can you be compassionate? How can you seek something that unifies? And if you really just can't, because hear me out, everybody's not fucking ascending. They are not doing work of self-awareness. They are not on a healing journey. And sometimes souls definitely degrade. That's the thing. They can devolve. So I feel you on that. And if you know in your wisdom and your discernment and your healing heart, just practice boundaries. Do you know what I mean? And just honor your own energetic space and where you place your currency of your attention. You know what I'm saying? But I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you take good care and take care to slow down a little bit. And maybe you don't have snow outside your window today. I love snow, and I am always infamously known for that. I love snow. You're like, yeah, well, you don't live in New York. You know what? You're right. Okay, I'll give you that. But listen, that's not a positive thing to say. Let's say, what do you love? What can you look outside and see? Maybe it's a cardinal or a butterfly or a beautiful tree. And then you go and you write that tree in your journal and learn what the spirit of wisdom maybe the Druids used to teach. You know, they say that Druids are rumored to be the last of the Atlanteans. Isn't that fascinating? So I feel like if they've with trees and saw the deep wisdom of the trees, I will learn from them. maybe you can be grateful for a tree today. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I love you guys. Have a great day. Take good care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.